Hello, it's Leanne and Kevin again. We're on our little trip. No one can believe that we're going to Jakarta, but here we are. We're going to start an Intrepid trip, but we have a couple of days on our own first to have a bit of a look around Jakarta city. Hello from Jakarta. Here's the Monas, the national monument of Indonesia. Very special, very revered, and there's a lot of domestic tourism here today. In fact, actually, we weren't sure we're going to make it here today because there's been a lot of protests around the place, and I had heard that this place was one of the areas. There's a heavy police presence out the front, but yeah, it was fine getting in and fine coming along here. Seems fairly quiet. We're not going to go up inside it. Often on a Saturday there's a lot of people here. Anyway, it was started building in 1961, and there's gold. That's gold up the top. So we'll have a bit of a look around, a stroll about, and see what else we can do. It's about 8:30 in the morning, so we've come out before it gets too hot. But it is hot for us, and we are a wee bit jet lagged, so go easy on us today. Up here at the goblet, they call it, so the first level of the monument. We chose not to go up to the top level. There's a bit of a queue for that, but that's okay. I think this was enough. There were a few stairs coming up. It's very hot and warm, and there is a very heavy military presence at the moment. They've parked all of the armoured cars and jeeps out the front. Interesting to see. Nice wee view from up here. We're not going up the top, as I said. We came through the museum down the bottom with all the dioramas with the history of Indonesia. They had a lot of struggles getting to independence. There were lots of people trying to elbow their way in. Dutch for a long time, communism. But anyway, they got independent with quite a lot of work, and here we are with this monument to their independence. Good for them. Lots of souvenir shops and food stalls outside the monument. So we've come for a wee look. In fact, we want some water. Apparently the thing you do in Jakarta is to come to J-Co Donuts. And we've got some donuts. I've got a tiramisu. So we'll give that a go right now. Decadent cream and coffee flavoured. Yummy. And a cup of coffee to go with. We're having good coffee in Jakarta. That one's not too bad either. Doing good. We've done a little bit of light retail here in the mall. It's lovely and air conditioned, so that's making us happy. May have had a little nap here, not in the mall, a little nap in this afternoon. Good morning, we're out on the streets once again in Indonesia. We've come to this place. I'm not sure how you say it. It might be Bacoal Coffee. A very historic cafe from, reading off the board up there, 1878. So it was a fairly easy walk down here, and we've got a cute cup of coffee in a very cute glass cup. Unfortunately, we've ended up in the smoking section, and I'm not sure. I think that's on us, and that'll be communication. So it's nothing to do with them, just us not quite understanding
what they've asked us and where we want it to be. So we're here with the smokers. But anyway, there's lots of air circulating around with the beautiful fans. Not air conditioned, but it's very nice. And anyway, we're going to enjoy our lovely cup of coffee. Thank you, bye. Bye-bye.
Well, nobody wants to see that. Goodness. That's better. Nobody wants to see into the bathroom. We found our way to the old town, Fatahilla Square, or the historical centre of old Batavia. Unfortunately, because of the heat, I started to feel a little unwell. It was okay after a bit of food, some Coca-Cola. In the museum, it's very warm. There's lots of furniture. It's the start of our Intrepid tour, and we get into the van with our tour guide Corey, who takes us on a trip across town, gives us lots of great information. And then we arrive at the beautiful mosque, where we need to take our shoes off and ladies wear a scarf.
Many years ago, before there was any loudspeaker,
There's a nice mix of religions. So we've just been to the Catholic Cathedral, and earlier we were at the mosque, and we had a tour of the mosque with a very nice, gentle introduction to Islam. Beautiful mosque. It's the third largest in the world by capacity. So the other two are in Saudi Arabia, of course, one in Mecca and one in Medina. And it is only the seventh largest by size. But anyway, it's impressive, built in the 60s, looks amazing inside and actually quite cool, even though there is no air conditioning. But the way it's been designed, it's got good airflow. So very interesting, quite busy on the road, and I'm a bit hot and I need to drink some water. Then it was back into the van and over to Chinatown, where we had a walk around the market and got to try lots of yummy foods and fruits. Banana. Long time. Watch out for the motorbikes coming through, but it gives you a chance to have a look in the shop. Next up was the Chinese temple with their very, very big candles, which would burn for over a year. Sometimes you got to work where you find it, and this guy was doing his tailoring on the street. After that, we went to the Pantjoran tea house where we learnt all about the tea ceremony. Certainly not how I make tea. It was fairly involved and intricate. The tea was lovely. It was very light and very fruity. One of the places you need to see in Jakarta apparently is the harbour with all these amazing old boats. Corey showed us how this lady was selling coffee to the locals from her outdoor stand. They're building a new wall at the old port. It's getting very hot, so we're going back to the van. Ooh. The final stop today was at this puppet maker. He's a grand master in this, and he showed us how he did all these, and we had a little performance afterwards. And then we called it a day.
Good morning. It is bright and early. It's 20 to 6. Kind of busy here. We're at Gambia train station and we're about to board our train. That's going to take us down to Yogyakarta. Today it's going to apparently be about 6 hours. So come with me on my train trip this morning. I have had coffee, for which I'm grateful.
Oh, I've got an egg and an apple and a croissant. It's very bread. It's bread. Aren't train rides the best? You get to sit back in your seat and look at all the villages, towns, rice fields, lakes, rivers, bridges as you go past. And you don't have to do anything, you just relax.
What is that? Oh, that's the chicken. Corey, who is our leader, this is the food that his mother prepared for us, and it's come in this beautiful box. I'm just going to show you how to open an egg.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And that's coffee.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy. So we're very lucky to have this beautiful food. We've got chicken and banana blossom and an egg from his mother's chickens and some rice from her garden. So all the good things.
Eventually we made our way to Yogyakarta and we checked into our beautiful, beautiful hotel. Very comfortable, going to be there for the next 3 nights. And then we headed out once again to see all the monuments, and this time Prambanam.
Yeah, every block is unique, I would say.
Beautiful temple that they're rebuilding. They've been rebuilding for about 100 years. Some fall down if there's an earthquake, and so they have to rebuild them again. But it is stunning, it's beautiful. There's a lot of stones around for the next project. When you come to this monument, you need to prepare for going up these steps, lots and lots of steps, and inside these very dark rooms.
They're a bit wobbly, aren't they?
Eventually we made our way across the river over to the restaurant with a view of the monument behind us.
Yeah, usually this is part also instrument, yeah, only for the lady. Usually the singer is odd number.
We were then treated to a traditional ballet where eventually the back set went up in flames and the boy got the girl in the end. Hello to another day. It seems to me that I forgot to talk today, maybe for a little bit. I've got this fancy camera with audio attached, but I didn't really say much. We are travelling to Borobudur, which is the largest Buddhist temple in the world. And because we're going with Intrepid, we have our guide with us.
Comfortable slippers.
We took about 2 hours in the van to get out here to this beautiful temple, along with a few other friends,
Going up.
to see the beautiful granite relief carvings.
That's an example. See? This broken, this with a hole. See?
Borobudur dates apparently from around about the 8th century and abandoned about 100 years later, so it is thought. It was rediscovered in the 1800s by the British. They got wind of it and sent some people out to unearth it. Borobudur is Indonesia's most visited monument, and there were lots of tourists there the day we were there, taking photos and admiring the view.
Slippers, the sandals are recycled. You get to wear them so that you protect the beautiful granite stone and it's not getting damaged by all of your shoes. I found them kind of comfortable, but I'm happy not to take them home with me. I've got enough things. So that was good. Now we get to have a little break for fluids and a rest.
After our refreshment break, we headed straight over to the next door village to have a look at their animals, and a big treat later where we learnt how to play the local instruments. Mushroom farm. The next day, it was time to explore the local market.
So guys, this is they will mix it together.
We have learnt how to cross the road like a supermodel, like you know what you're doing.
Get run over.
Ay, yung mong gawe tempe terus mesem-mesem isin.
Great.
And this is our the mortar grind.
Look at all those lovely veggies. Look at all that amazing chopping.
So good, so clever. Some mooching. Yeah, someone's coming through. Coming through.
Okay, everyone, we can say terima kasih ya.
Creams in it.
This lovely lady was selling sugar, coconut sugar and other sugar. And yes, it was hot, no air conditioning.
Well, that was the circumcision clinic, which only happens when you're about 10. That is their culture, not something that we are used to.
Palemahan. Palemahan is where we're coming from.
Next we found ourselves at Kota Gede Temple and Mosque. There was a wedding. place to go, get dressed up and have a family photo taken.
Very cool.
One of the highlights of the tour was our batik school. We could choose a picture and then we had to use the hot wax to outline the picture. It's not as easy as it looks, but the real skill is with the men who painted on the dye and then boiled off the wax, leaving beautiful pictures to hang and dry and to come home with us. And this is what I get to do. After our lovely dinner, there was a surprise in store for us where we got on these motorbike contraptions and were taken back to the hotel on the rather scary roads. I wish I had goggles or glasses on. It was a bit dusty, but anyway, it was a lot of fun and I didn't die. Past the shopping centre, into the front gate of our hotel to be transported swiftly back to the front entrance. Today we're leaving Java and flying to Bali. We entered the beautiful Yogyakarta airport. First we had to wait for the national anthem.
Indonesian anthem, we have to